Hey Pete, are you a witch?
No.
Well, good. Then you shouldn't have any problems entering the Don's Hollow Cemetery. Located just outside of Port Dover, Ontario, Don's Hollow, or the United Empire Loyalist Burial Ground, is an abandoned graveyard with a curious entranceway.
This original wrought iron gateway features a unique turnstile entry and is known locally as a witch's gate. I say locally because I think some of the story here is more of a local legend, but it does have ties to some more widespread superstitions from the time in which this gate was built. It's been said the gate was installed with the purpose of keeping witches out of the cemetery. There was a fear of witches desecrating the graves and doing who knows what else in the cemetery. The iron the gate is made of was believed to have the power to repel supernatural beings like witches and spirits. The gate also features horseshoes on both sides of the entrance. Today we think of horseshoes as good luck charms, but originally they were also used to repel the supernatural.
So here's where I'm going to cast some doubt on this story. Aside from a few recent posts about this specific gate, I wasn't able to find any other mentions of witches' gates anywhere. While rare, there are a number of other cemeteries with turnstile gates, and there was nothing written about them which mentioned witches either. There is, however, lots out there about iron fences around graveyards. Not so much about their ability to keep the supernatural out, but to keep it in. As we mentioned earlier, in folklore, iron has the ability to repel supernatural beings. This was a fairly common superstition, and many cemeteries and burial plots had wrought iron fences put in around them. The idea, though, was to keep the spirits from escaping. At the time, some people believed that the spirits of their loved ones, or perhaps just others from in the graveyard, could follow them home. With a gate like this being the only way in or out, you're not able to leave without stepping over and under the iron, and it would be difficult or impossible to do it without touching the iron turnstile, which would rid you of any ghosts that might be trying to hitch a ride.
So it seems more likely that these superstitions were more about keeping spirits in as opposed to keeping witches out. And thinking more practically, fences and gates were needed to keep animals out. Back in the 1800s, the graves weren't as deep and the bodies weren't as prepared.
Ew.
And, well, there were also more hungry wild animals around. Also ew. If you'd like to visit and try your luck making it through the Witch's Gate, do be respectful as it is part of a cemetery. Also be careful because it's right beside a busy road. And maybe bring some WD-40 too. It could use an oiling after 200 years.